Hey guys, Bixway RoadToRudo.com. Had to post this. All over the news. Jamie Dimon slams Bitcoin as a fraud, and Bitcoin goes down 2%. Are you kidding me? Is there anybody who owns Bitcoin who is going to listen to someone like Jamie Dimon? My God, it's insane. This article, here's what Jamie Dimon said at some conference. Dimon compares Bitcoin to Tulip Mania, predicting a collapse. Still, he says it's a good option for murderers and drug dealers. JP Morgan Chase & Co. Chief Executive Jamie Dimon said he would fire any employee trading Bitcoin for being stupid. The cryptocurrency won't end well, he told investors at an investor conference in New York on Tuesday, predicting it will eventually blow up. It's fraud and worse than a tulip bulbs. If a JP Morgan trader began trading in Bitcoin, he said, I'd fire them in a second. For two reasons. It's against our rules and they're stupid, and both are dangerous. Okay, Jamie, let's see what your rules do to your trading people. Well, what is this? The London Whale points finger at JP Morgan CEO Dimon in trading scandal. The criminal case against two former JP Morgan traders was closed after a whistleblower shifted blame, but civil charges from the SEC are still pending. One of the largest trading losses in the world, the London Whale, $6 billion, at least that's what they told everybody. And if you remember, Jamie Dimon knew about the London Whale loss of $6 billion before he signed his annual report, and they did not disclose it. He should be in jail today. One of the many, many crimes that this guy has committed. And he's telling people, oh, I wouldn't hire a trader who traded in Bitcoin. He's been saying this for 7 years when Bitcoin was $100. His trader that traded in Bitcoin would have been a multimillionaire, if not billionaire, where this trader loses $6 billion in one trade. Jamie Dimon is an absolute idiot, and it's hysterical to watch. Why did the price of Bitcoin go down? Not because of anything Jamie Dimon said. Most likely, it's part of the plan to take some of the air out of Bitcoin. Who gives a shit what Jamie Dimon says? Here's what Jamie Dimon does. How about that? Jamie Dimon gives people loans from money he creates out of thin air, and then he criminally tries to make money off it. As a matter of fact, it's part of the JP Morgan business plan. Make hundreds of billions and pay 20, 30, 40 billion in penalties for your crimes, but no one ever has to go to jail. So if you Google JP Morgan crimes against humanity, crimes and payouts, you're going to see 20 billion here, 20 billion there. They were the lead banker for Bernie Madoff. And Bernie Madoff was supposedly a $50 billion, I think it's $500 billion, but $50 billion Ponzi scheme. Bernie Madoff had one bank, one single bank. That was JP Morgan. They were in on the criminality. Insane. It is absolutely insane what these absolute corporate criminals get away with. And he's talking about Bitcoin, how stupid it is to be in Bitcoin. I love it. Now you gotta watch this. This is classic. So this was all over the news, and after the conference or whatever he spoke at, he gave this little sit-down interview. And just tell me how much this moron knows about Bitcoin and listen to his arguments. I'm going to pause it as we go just to comment.
Earlier today, that Bitcoin was a fraud.
Yeah.
Why is Bitcoin a fraud?
Yeah, so separate blockchain, which is a technology, from Bitcoin.
Now, first of all, that's what the banks love to do. They're separating the blockchain technology from Bitcoin because Bitcoin could destroy their model where the blockchain technology is something that can save on all their criminal costs. Classic.
The currency. And now there are multiple currencies. And so I'm talking about not Bitcoin per se, I'm talking about currencies.
He got a little mixed up there.
The first, and the reason, and I'm not saying go short, because I know Jim Chanos was up earlier. Bitcoin can sell $100,000 of Bitcoin before it goes down. So there's not advice on what you do. My daughter bought some Bitcoin and it went up, and she thinks she's a genius now. But
she is an absolute genius compared to her father.
But it's I did refer to it as like the tulip bulb crisis of the 1700s, whatever. But here's the reason. Governments, the first thing they do is form a currency. They like to control the currency. They control it through a central bank. They also like to know who has it, where it is, where it's going. Okay, and you just saw China just is closing down the.
Now, let's talk about Bernie Madoff. Jamie Dimon is using that government currency to run the biggest, it wasn't a Ponzi scheme, it was a payoff, the way they pay off through Mossad and a whole bunch of other things going on behind the scenes. Mark Mukasey took him down, the son of Michael Mukasey, the Attorney General of the United States. That's the stuff they're not telling you, but Jamie Dimon was knee-deep in that, and did he go to jail? No, no, no. He was facilitating the bad stuff that the currency that he's in control of got him. Unbelievable. This guy is a criminal, I tell you.
Bitcoin exchanges. And all I ever said is that at Bitcoin, the bigger these things get, the more governments, right now, they look at it as a novelty. You know, they love in Washington, talk about, oh, this is technology, we love technology. Wait until someone gets hurt. Wait until it's used for illicit purposes, which it is somewhat.
How many people got hurt in the Bernie Madoff scandal? Thousands, tens of thousands? How many big people have been hurt by Jamie Dimon himself, his banksters' brothers starting wars around the world? Millions of people. This guy belongs in jail. Sorry.
Used for illicit purposes. They close it down. And that's my point. So it's not, you can argue and I also think there's a good reason for it. If you're in Venezuela or Ecuador or North Korea, you're better off probably using Bitcoin than using their currency.
Absolutely. What an amazing reason to own a cryptocurrency. Now he's going to try to compare it to the US dollar, which is going to be 10 times worse than what's going on in Venezuela and North Korea.
Can't possibly be true in the United States.
Oh, no.
Unless you're speculating. And that isn't a reason to say something has value, because other people are going to speculate. That's tulip. And that's what I was saying. So I don't.
What is this jittery talk? That's tulip. That's tulip. I swear, that's tulip. Ha! Shabadoo. That's tulip. Unbelievable. This guy, how he runs a big bank is, it's not questionable. The reason he runs the bank is because he's a criminal, and he likes leading criminals, and he likes standing up and grandstanding and talking about his criminality because he knows no one's going to throw him in jail, although he belongs massively in jail. He belonged in jail a long time ago, and I think some point in the near future this asshole will end up in jail.
Don't think, and also, like I said, the other reason to close down is because it's used for illicit purposes, and so it's just not a real thing.
Okay, who is the biggest money launderer for drug trafficking in the world? In the world, the banking system. J.P. Morgan runs drugs out of Afghanistan. Everybody knows that with the CIA. Unbelievable criminality.
And eventually it'll be the emperor without clothes.
Eventually it'll be the emperor without clothes who is wearing a tulip. Unbelievable. The guy pisses me off, if you can tell. Anyway, they're saying the price of Bitcoin went down because J.P. Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon was poo-pooing it. Hey, if you sold Bitcoin because Jamie Dimon said to sell Bitcoin, I have some lovely tulips you can buy to give the Jamie Dimon. Jamie Dimon is a criminal. His thoughts, his actions, and his company is absolutely one of the most criminal banks in the world. And he belongs in jail, and he's belonged in jail for a long time. So is it a great time to buy Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies and that blockchain technology that he loves so much? Absolutely. Buy with both fists, and then take those fists and you can point them right at Jamie Dimon. Anyway, this is Big Weir, roadtoroota.com. Just had to get that off my chest. Jamie Dimon belongs in jail.